Hey, welcome back everyone. Here we are just 2 days into the new year, and a lot of fans are very excited about the future of the Star Wars franchise by Disney and Lucasfilm, and exactly what Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni have to offer in the next couple of years to come on Disney+. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one major aspect of the franchise is that we have Favreau and Filoni working on Rangers, Mando Season 3 and 4, the Book of Boba, the Ahsoka Tano series, and much more that's going to all work in conjunction with each other to lead to another phase of Star Wars projects. So you can see how Favreau is sort of modeling this new expanded universe off of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Let's not forget that even though Blade technically started the MCU, Iron Man 1 in 2008 is what really brought it into fruition, all thanks to Jon Favreau making it happen perfectly. So with that being said, of course, what's really exciting all has to do with everything related to the future of the franchise. They're already working on over a dozen Star Wars projects as we speak. That's a lot now, isn't it? And they're also working on a handful of Star Wars movies. Favreau and Filoni, as I like to say, the Favloni universe really is going to be a big deal for the franchise. It's going to give fans a lot of hope about the future and what's to come without Kathleen Kennedy in the mix. So, with that being said though, however, given that The Mandalorian Season 2 is now finished, Disney and Lucasfilm are focused on their new Star Wars projects for their new universe and more. It's described, however, that behind the scenes, Kathleen Kennedy has been very jealous over Jon Favreau's direction within the Star Wars universe. It's described that recently Kathleen Kennedy has been in the talks with Disney CEO Bob Chapek to end Jon Favreau's direction of the Star Wars universe, since it is making her treatment of Star Wars look bad, and that Kennedy is very much against Favreau's plans for the future of the franchise. However, Bob Chapek refused Kathleen Kennedy's demands to stop Jon Favreau's direction within the Star Wars universe. Kennedy is said to have major problems, however, with how Luke Skywalker was also getting so much praise, since it makes her treatment of Luke in the sequels appear insignificant in contrast to Jon Favreau's direction for the character. Kennedy, as of right now, is focused on her new TV series dubbed The Acolyte for Disney+, that is set to create new Star Wars fans that support a brand new take on the franchise moving ahead. Now, let's stop right here for 1 second before we move on. The thing about this that really, I think, sheds more light on Kathleen Kennedy's nature with the Star Wars universe and the overall Star Wars fandom is that this just comes off that Kathleen Kennedy never really cared about the franchise. It was really an ego boost for her. We can see that the ego within Kathleen Kennedy was the main thing, right? It seems as though that she doesn't really care about, obviously, Luke and how he was used in the sequels. She just cares about how well received the sequels were by her own commands on the creators making that happen, like Rian Johnson and J.J. Abrams, for example. The fact that she would want the Jon Favreau direction to end and even tried to stop it by taking this up with Bob Chapek and pretty much trying to negotiate with him to end that overall direction of the franchise, and how Bob Chapek completely just rejected that overall demand by Kathleen Kennedy and refused to do anything of that nature is absolutely amazing. Bob Chapek knows what he's doing. He is pretty much defending the Star Wars fans, there's no doubt about it at this point. And when we go ahead and check, what the new Star Wars universe has to offer, let's not forget and make no mistake that Favreau and Filoni have said this before, that they are bringing back a lot of Star Wars Legends material. I'll never forget what Kathleen Kennedy said about 3 months ago, maybe a little bit more than that there is no source material, books, comics, or video games to base Star Wars off of. Can you believe that? I mean, I don't know if you guys missed that, but she said that there was no source material for Star Wars to actually base new movies and TV shows off of. That's like saying that Legends does not even exist at all, period. Kathleen Kennedy wanted to create that narrative that there is no source material, and that, well, they should just focus on whatever they want to do. And obviously Jon Favreau did not approve of that. He wanted to base a lot of things off of Star Wars Legends. Look at what he did with the Dark Troopers. Look at what he did with how Luke Skywalker was used. We talked about this before, that Jon Favreau based the version of Luke and Mando off of the Jedi Outcast video games, because he actually likes the video games, which, by the way, Jedi Outcast is labeled as Legends. So you can see how a lot of Star Wars Legends, the source material, is being used as the foundation of this new take on Star Wars. And I think that's a great way to put it, of how Jon Favreau is doing everything in his power to make things right for the Star Wars fans. So, like I've said before in the past, I think that regardless, a lot of fans have, a lot of excitement in order to, really witness what Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are doing. They are doing amazing things. Dave Filoni is already hard at work on the Ahsoka Tano show, so keep an eye open for that. We're about to get a nice tease at the end of this year, by the way, for the Ahsoka Tano series, right around when we got that event, call that we got a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, guys, like I said before in the past, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.